So we just saw Justice League.
Oh, maybe.
No! The cat's more important than the movie. It sucked. Just kidding. We really like DC in general, the universe.
Love.
We have
I love
all the
DC.
Steel books. Man of Steel. Batman vs. Superman, which is a cool reverse.
I love that one.
The movie that a lot of people hated, Justice Squad. Suicide Squad. I don't even remember the name. And Wonder Woman, of course, which was the most recent.
And
which everyone
most
seemed to
well
like.
loved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Justice League, we just came back from it. It was pretty awesome. I wouldn't say it's my favorite out of the DCs. I think I liked it as much as I liked Batman vs. Superman.
Yeah. Yeah. It was a lot more dramatic or
More serious than you expected?
serious, and
Yeah.
it was more drama based rather than what the trailers kind of perceived it to be, more of like a fun.
Yeah, which is also because of the switch around with the with the directors too.
Yeah.
Because Zack Snyder, his trailers, a lot of some of the stuff that was in Zack Snyder's trailers wasn't necessarily in the movie. That's all we can say.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they definitely changed stuff. You could tell they changed stuff. Knowing, I mean, if you go at it not knowing, if you don't know that they changed directors, which everyone knows.
Everyone knows.
It's kind of unavoidable. If you didn't know, maybe it wouldn't be that noticeable. But it's not it's not a deal breaker for me, at least.
No.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I think Joss Whedon did a good job.
Oh yeah.
And I think.
But I expected him to kind of come in and be able to figure something out.
Mm-hmm.
But you can definitely tell there are some tonal issues.
Well, it's not issues, it's just tonal differences.
Yeah.
You can tell, you can almost pinpoint which scenes were directed by Joss Whedon and which scenes were not. Like, there's a scene between Wonder Woman and Bruce Wayne, which I'm pretty sure is not directed by Zack Snyder. Whether there's a conversation that happens.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure. But then there's other scenes
possible.
which are with Barry Allen, which I think are probably Zack Snyder. Okay, I can tell. I think if you know
everything to do with Barry Allen.
Yeah.
And Ezra Miller did such an amazing job.
Awesome.
He really embraced kind of that quirky, awkward Flash.
Yeah, I think for me the only scene I didn't like as much as I wanted to like was a scene that also happens in the TV series The Flash that is almost the same scene in the movie, which I liked better in The Flash. But that's because the acting was really good. The scene was just well directed in the series that it's kind of hard to top it. And I was already more attached to the characters in the series when that scene happened.
Yeah, because you have...
Which is... It's hard to compare because
Yeah.
it's a series, whereas this is a film.
Just like an introduction as
Yeah.
well. Because
They did a really
Justice
good job.
League is really an introduction to these characters, which was what
Well, it's kind of...
I was a little surprised about. I
Yeah.
assumed it was going to be kind of full throttle. You're kind of thrown in
Well,
to the whole situation, but it is more of an introduction.
It is.
Which is exciting.
I think they'll
to
do
the
more
future.
for sure. Well, when you compare it to DC to the Marvel universe, Marvel introduced their characters with movies. It's like, this is Iron Man, this is Captain America, and then they did Avengers.
That's true.
And
Yeah,
this
you
film,
already had...
You had to do that because if you didn't introduce the
Yeah, because
characters,
you
a lot of
only
people would be like, "Who is this Aqua person?"
Yeah.
I mean, we know who Aquaman is, but a lot of people might not.
Yeah,
I don't know.
that's true. If you don't know anything about Justice League.
If you know, what if you don't know anything about DC and this is like the first movie you watch for whatever reason?
Yeah.
It does a pretty
weird,
good
but
job
yeah.
of introducing everyone. And then the story was, I liked the story. I liked what they did with I guess who the villain is and what.
Yeah,
like I like that. I
Steppenwolf,
liked the way
yeah.
it was done. Some people thought it was weak. I liked it. I liked that it wasn't. For me,
You know
I
what?
think
I
the villain
always-
wasn't like the main focus of the film.
No, it wasn't.
Which I liked.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know. I find that most quote unquote superhero movies are pretty weak for the villains. I don't know. I never find them to be
It's the battle
all...
between good and evil. What are you gonna do with that? Unless you don't have a
Arguably,
villain.
I feel like Batman is the only one where they have good villains, where you actually enjoy, like, the Penguin. You like the Penguin.
Oh, you mean like in general?
Yeah.
I was
like out of everything, Marvel, DC.
really
If we're talking about everything, Batman has the best. You have Joker, and every Joker has been awesome,
Well,
whether it's animated or non.
Well, in Joker, in general is a loved character. So
Yeah.
if you're arguing
Well,
there.
yeah. Well, no.
There's a lot of awesome villains for sure. I agree.
Yeah.
And you could do, like, everyone references The Dark Knight because of Heath Ledger's performance, and everyone, generally speaking, most people liked Christian Bale's Batman.
Yeah.
Not the Batman.
No,
Not like
he was good Bruce Wayne. He was not a good Batman.
I like Ben Affleck's voice in Justice League because it's like it's not him doing a voice. It's an actual machine voice, which is what Batman vs Superman, the same thing.
Yeah.
He has a mechanism that changes his voice.
No, I like Ben Affleck as
Me too.
Batman.
I do.
I don't know.
I like
I
Ben
think
Affleck.
he's good. I enjoy.
There are, however, rumors that Jake Gyllenhaal is going to be Batman in the Matt Reeves Batman.
No,
I actually looked it up, and it says there are rumors that it's him.
That it is him.
Which-
that would be super exciting because I love Jake Gyllenhaal.
I love
that
Jake
would be
Gyllenhaal.
well, especially since that's again it's
Yeah.
going to be drama,
Well,
like the Christopher Nolan series.
Yeah.
Not
Well,
a DC
they're going to
extended
do
universe.
more like a detective based.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to Justice League now.
Yes.
Because there's so much to talk about
Yeah.
if you're just talking about the DC universe.
Yeah.
But the film first act was a bit slow.
Yeah.
Kind of drags, and I was
yeah.
thinking, I hope this is probably. I was actually thinking this. I'm like, this is probably one of those movies that if I was tired, I would fall asleep in the first act. Not that it wasn't good, but I thought like if I was really tired, I'd be like, oh, this isn't really. It's kind of. Then I'd wake up during the second act and be like, what's happening?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it wasn't awful. I wouldn't say it's.
No,
I wasn't.
no.
I wasn't bored because I was interested in the story.
But I guess you could say it was one of those movies that like first act was okay, second act better, third act like it did build.
Yeah,
which is
was
good because sometimes you get some where it's like first act's amazing, second act is kind of meh, and then third act's amazing, or it just
I think
it just generally just goes downhill.
A lot of superhero movies, I find the second act is slow as.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
but
it
not.
is.
Or they do like something
like
super
cram-
insane in the third act. It's like first act, it's interesting. We're introducing, like in Suicide Squad, introducing all the characters. It's awesome. Second act is kind of slow, and then it's like, we're gonna fucking throw this shit in, and it's like, what's going on? The world is cut in half, and now there's a magical being coming from the center, flaming with 3 dragon heads. Wah! And you're like, what?
Yeah.
No, I mean we do like all the DC movies. Don't get.
Oh, I love DC.
Yeah.
I like
and
DC
we like
more
the
than
Marvel. What?
Yeah, no. Like, if I had to pick, I would pick DC over Marvel. But, however, Marvel does do a better job.
Generally, yeah. If you're going to, like, the core stories, I do prefer DC.
Yeah.
It's a little sad that DC wasn't... Like, if... Why couldn't they just do DC instead of doing Marvel first?
Oh, I know, right?
Because now it's like everything is compared to Marvel. The first Avengers movie is always going to be Avengers.
Would have necessarily gone that same route. I think they're going this route now because of the success of Marvel.
That is true. Because if that precedent wasn't set by Marvel, you wouldn't necessarily have those movies being made.
No, because if you
no one would
classically
maybe
look at DC,
people might be scared to do something like a universe type because be like, oh, no one's gonna be interested in it.
Yeah,
but then when Marvel does it successly, everyone wants.
Now everyone's doing these universe.
Oh, I know the monster universes. Then we're gonna have like a Minions universe where it's all like,
oh god,
Despicable Me 1, 2, 3, and then Minions 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then. No one's gonna watch that shit. But anyway,
no, I don't know. A lot of people like Minions.
I don't know. It's kind of cool they have a monster universe. I don't mind having these out there. I'm probably not gonna watch them if I don't think they look interesting. But for some people, it'll be interesting to have universes of things.
Yeah.
I think it's cool.
Is it Universal that's doing the weird like dark universe that they're pretty much scrapping
I think so.
it?
I'm pretty sure. Oh well, anyway.
The Mummy was like the start of it, and then they're like, "Oh god, this is not a good idea," and they had like Phantom of the Opera in there, and like all these other super random ones.
This is why we watch Marvel and DC, and not Monsters Universe. We already have Monsters University from Disney, so it's good.
Just watched it recently.
Yeah.
Again.
Anyway, so yeah.
Off topic
first,
and back
second,
on
third
topic.
act. The first act was I thought was that the first? Yeah, it was the first act that was a little slow. Second act picked up a little bit, and then third act it just kept building on itself, which is really cool. Direction.
It's hard to say with direction.
You don't know who directed what, so you can't really say this person did a good job, this person didn't do a good job. So overall, I think I liked the direction of the film.
Overall, though, I really would love a Zack Snyder cut.
It would be kind of cool
love to see. Like, when he's he's ready.
I'm not saying that it would be better, but I think it would be interesting to see what direction the movie would have gone in.
I think it would be awesome to have both those cuts that you could watch both of them, right? And you would be able to compare and see, like...
Yeah.
Because I do think that Zack Snyder would have taken this in a totally different direction. Yeah. Like, just judging by what was in the trailers prior to Joss Whedon taking it over, there was definitely a different tone and a different feel for what Justice League was supposed to be. Whereas what we got was different, not bad different, but just, I think, different from what...
I think they had...
Snyder oh my god.
Zack Snyder. You can say Snyder or Schneider, however you want to say it. I'm sure he doesn't mind. I mean, we have the steelbooks for all the other DCs, so hopefully they come out with a steelbook for Justice League so we can get that.
Yeah, that's not going to look terrible.
No, I guess we'll find out. But overall, the movie, first act was a little slow, as we said already.
Yeah. Which
is not a big deal to me. I still enjoyed it. If you're interested in the story, what's happening, you're going to enjoy that. The characters are really good. I like the characters. I liked the Flash. I liked Aquaman. And there were new characters. I actually liked Cyborg. I thought I was going to hate Cyborg.
I didn't hate Cyborg. Not a very interesting character to me. However, I did find that they gave him a good storyline and they made him relevant to the team.
He was.
I find a lot of times... He's not.
He was an important part. Yeah, like even in Justice League, the TV series, and some other animated, it's like, okay, Cyborg, no one really cares.
No,
just go away. Yeah, you're kind of cool.
He just kind of like comes in, does a little like mechanical shit, and then leaves again.
Yeah, and it's so. This movie was awesome. The way they they actually used Cyborg for a purpose, which was awesome.
Which I did really like.
Obviously, we already know Wonder Woman because we have a Wonder Woman film. We know Batman and we know Superman. We have a few Superman movies. We have Batman already in Batman vs. Superman.
But you also just have Batman in general.
You have Batman in general.
Like, you're going on the fact that people know who Batman is.
Exactly. People already know who he is, but you already know who Ben Affleck is as Batman. Like, what his portrayal is like. So... those characters, if you like those other movies, you probably already like those. So that's there. But then the new introduced characters are also cool and awesome. And I like them.
Super excited for Aquaman.
Yeah, Aquaman.
Really excited for Flash if that ever gets
and if they do Flashpoint, that'll be awesome. I think that'll be an awesome storyline. And then they have a bit of playroom. They can do whatever the fuck they want. They can do anything they want.
They can really change everything up. And I really, really, really want Jeffrey Dean Morgan to be the Flashpoint.
Okay,
Batman.
Because you have Jeffrey Dean Morgan as the freaking dad in Batman vs. Superman, and he dies. So if they do Flashpoint and Jeffrey Dean Morgan doesn't die and Bruce dies, there's a high possibility that Jeffrey Dean Morgan would fucking become Batman. Which would be awesome. I'm excited for where the universe is going.
what's going to happen.
Yeah, this movie was...
the end credits.
Yeah, the end credits were good.
The end credits scene.
So stay for the end credits.
Yeah, really good.
I mean, usually... I like what's happening with the universe. Yeah. I like all the characters. I really had fun with this movie. I enjoyed it.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to watch it again, and I'm going to buy it.
Oh, yeah.
So, if you are a fan of the DC universe, go watch this movie.
Yeah, you're going to like it. It's going to be fun.
Even if you don't think I honestly think people are not going to think it's like an amazing, the perfect film out there. It could definitely be better. But for what we have, I appreciate what we have, and I like it.
Yeah,
I'm happy with
it. What they had to deal with.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I would definitely watch it more.
And the fact that they were able to get this up for when they thought they would be able to is pretty amazing to me. And
I'm sure a lot of people have already seen it.
I give credit to the fact that, Zack Snyder had to kind of take time for himself, and that Joss Whedon came in and was able to
pull through and make a good film.
And there's definitely some flaws because of that, and you have a little bit of some weird CG with.
That's fine. Don't even mention it, because if you know what it is, you're gonna look at it. So just watch. There is one character that they had to do CG because of things they couldn't change. It was out of their control. They couldn't change it. If you notice it, you do. If you don't notice it, whatever.
That's true.
But if you know what it is, you're gonna watch it for it, and it bothered me because I knew what it was. But anyway, regardless of that, I think this was definitely worthy of a film. I mean, especially with the rest of the DCs, it fits right in there.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah,
it has
and
that
I'm sure a lot of
feel.
people have already seen this. If you have seen this, please let us know if you liked it.
Of course.
Because
We always want to know what people think.
I want to know what other people think about
Yeah.
these movies, because how I see it's going to be different, obviously.
Yeah.
And if you compare, like, Rotten Tomato, the critics didn't give it a good score, but the audience gave it a good score. So
Yeah.
I'm more with the audience side
Yeah.
of things in terms of how well
it was received.
yeah, and how good
well
of a film
it
it
was.
was.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
definitely worth watching. Check it out.
Yeah.
And thanks for staying through this whole video. Yeah. See you next
it's a bit of a mess. Yeah.
Sure. This
you
movie
next time,
this movie probably has some tonal differences, just like the Justice League film did.
Oh, bam!
All right.
Like, subscribe, follow us on Instagram.
Yeah, you should
All
like
our
this
information
video.
will be down
Thumbs
below.
up the video, subscribe, and then we'll make more videos.
Yes, and
If you don't subscribe,
always
we
tell
won't make
us
more
what you
videos.
guys want to see from us, because
Yeah.
we have lots of things.
We have
that
lots
could
of
do.
things to talk
We have
about.
lots of Blu-rays.
We have lots
that
of
we
movies
could-
to talk about.
We have lots of Blu-rays
Yeah.
that we can definitely show you guys.
We might even
or-
do some more reviews.
Yeah,
Might.
maybe
Maybe if you thumbs up the video.
if you guys like it
Okay.
and like listening to us ramble.
Yeah. Just for most people who stop watching by this point, goodbye.
Bye.
This is still being filmed.